Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So for today's look, I just wanted to do like an eyeshadow look using some green eyeshadow. So this is what I came up with a little pop of gold in there. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it. So to start off, of course, I'm doing my usual tape method so I can get a nice sharp clean edge on my eyeshadow. And then to prep my lids, I'm just using this L.A Girl HD concealer. So for the brushes, I just recently purchased this brush set from a brand on eBay called Jessup, and so far I really like them, so I wanted to use them for this video. And I figured this brush would be real nice to use as a transition shade with my Morphe 39A palette. Ooh, yeah, I love this palette. So I'm using these two colors just as my transition shade. Pay attention to the way I'm holding the brush, not too close to the base, so I can get a nice, nicely blended look. So I'm going in with this next brush and blending this shade of green into my eye next, right underneath the transition color. So next I'm going in with this dark green olive shade and just putting that in my outer V area. And then I proceed to carve out my lid using that same L.A Girl Pro concealer. When I get to the end of carving out my concealer, I just like to kind of, not make the ends too perfect, kind of just drag them out a little bit. That way when I go back in and I add my eyeshadow like I'm about to do right now, I don't have to work so hard to blend that edge out, So I'm just patting this color onto my lid. I was kind of upset with myself because I kind of carved my lid out a little bigger than normal, but I think it ended up looking okay. So right here I'm just adding in my first transition shade again to kind of just bring everything together. And then I'm using this Inglot eyeliner, my favorite eyeliner, in an eyeliner brush from Jessup to draw my wing. I try to draw my wing a little thicker than usual because some of you guys on Snapchat are telling me, stop drawing such a thin line. So, I'm trying. And then I just added some of this gold liner on top. And when you add the liner, don't even worry about it messing up or whatever, because I'll show you what I'm about to do. So after I finish drawing the liner, all I do is go back in with that black liner and go right over it. Because to be completely honest, I do not have a steady hand, and that paired with the tape method will get you right. So next I'm using these lashes from Lash Garden Official on Instagram. I suck at applying lashes, by the way. As you can tell, I was getting really frustrated. So next I'm going in with my primer. I love this primer by Becca. And then this black Opal foundation, which I've just recently started trying. I just recently purchased it, and so far so good. It's cool, especially for a drugstore foundation. And then I'm blending it out with this flat top brush. So after I blend it out, I still like to go in with my actual beauty blender just to make sure, everything's nice and fully blended out and that I don't have too much product on my face, because that's what's going to give me a cake face. So the beauty blender kind of just sucks up the excess product, And then here we go. I still look nice and glowy, which I love. I love a glowy face. So now I'm just contouring with L.A Girl concealer again. And then I'm using this Maybelline concealer. It's a little too close to my skin tone, so I go back in with the L.A Girl on top. Just to lighten it up a little bit, and then, just blend everything out. And then I like to pinch the sponge like this and use this edge, this small edge, and blend out the highlight on my nose. I'm just using a stippling brush. Unfortunately, Jessup's brush collection that I purchased did not come with one, so I'm using my own. I just prefer, you know, the way the stippling brush blends out my contour than any other brush, or even the sponge at that. And now we are all contoured and we can set our face. And I set my under eye area with Sacha Cosmetics Buttercup setting powder. Well, I set all the highlighted areas of my face with this powder, so everywhere I put concealer, this powder is gonna go. And then I contour with Bahama Mama Bronzer. It's not that dark of a bronzer, but that's how I prefer it, because you gotta keep in mind we already put down concealer, that dark concealer, so any powder that you put on top of it is gonna just, you know, make it look even darker, and I don't want it to look too dark. And then I like to carve out my cheekbones even further with that Sacha Cosmetics setting powder. And now I'm just adding some blush. And then I actually love this powder from Sephora, and I use it to set my entire face and to sweep away the powder from underneath my eyes. I like to add my own skin tone of powder over the baking powder. That way, like, if I take flash photography that night, you know, I don't look too ashy. Yeah, this brush shed on me a little bit, by the way. This was like the only brush that kind of gave me trouble. So yeah, now I'm going in with a Morphe M501 brush and adding my highlight. This is an Ofra Cosmetics highlight from the Nikki Tutorials collection. And then last, I'm using this small brush to kind of just contour my nose a little bit. And I'm still using that bronzer, by the way, the Bahama Mama Bronzer, to do this. I powder contour. I don't really liquid contour because I don't want it to be too intense. So I add a little bit of highlighter to my brow bone. And then I line my waterline with some black eyeliner. And then I smoke out my waterline using the Morphe E36 brush. And I'm basically just adding all of my transition shades to the bottom of my eye. Using Buxom Va Va Plump liquid shiny lipstick. Shiny liquid lipstick. And then I add this light color just to the center of my lips, just to kind of give it a little, you know, slight ombre effect. So I set my face using the MAC Fix Plus, but I was running a little low on the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray, so for the sake of this video, we are not going to use that. So this is the finished product. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will catch you in my next video.